We also see faith being twisted and distorted, used as a wedge, or worse, sometimes used as a weapon. We see ISIL, a brutal, vicious death cult that, in the name of religion, carries out unspeakable acts of barbarism. And so how do we, as people of faith, reconcile these realities? The profound good, the strength, the tenacity, the compassion and love that can flow from all of our faiths, operating alongside those who seek to hijack religious for their own murderous ends. Humanity's been grappling with these questions throughout human history. And lest we get on our high horse and think this is unique to some other place, remember that during the Crusades and the Inquisition, people committed terrible deeds in the name of Christ. In our home country, slavery and Jim Crow all too often was justified in the name of Christ.
I mean,
critics slammed the president.
Baffling to me.
Calling his comments a false moral comparison. Among them, former Republican Governor Jim Gilmore of Virginia, who accused the president of offending all Christians in remarks he framed as the, quote, most offensive I've ever heard a president make.
It's unbelievable. The moral equivalency, the president having to go back 700, 800, 900 years. You see this when you have people that somehow want to paint a broad brush. Oh, yes, radical Islam's bad, but look what Christianity does. I mean, you really have to go back 800 years to a crusade, which, by the way, most historians say Christians launched in response to years and years of Muslims taking over their former land. This is
I think the timing's
stunning.
bad. I think it's a bigger conversation as to whether or not it's okay to have, you know.
Why does he
I'm not arguing
feel
this.
the need to go back 800 years? This stupid left-wing moral equivalency. Sometimes you can just say, hey, you know what? There are some really, really bad Muslim extremists. And you don't have to go, and you don't have to go to the other side going, oh, and Christians are bad too. There is such a desperate plea for some reason in the left to do that. For some people on the left. I saw a CNN documentary maybe 5-6 years ago, and it was extremism in the name of God. And they were so desperate to find Jewish examples of extremism. And then, this was right after 9/11, and then their example for Christian examples of extremism was some Christian schools in America actually make women wear skirts below their knees. How ghastly. Let's see. Okay. Wear skirts below your knees on this side at fundamentalist schools. Blow up the World Trade Center on this side. No, it's not okay. It's not okay for this president. I mean, you almost have to ask the question, where did he go to church? Where would he get such ideas from?
He has certainly made better speeches. You'd have to admit that. I mean, linking what is going on today with the Inquisition and the Crusades. I mean, I think a lot of people are aware of what happened.
Jen, could you put some vodka in here?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What's so funny, Sam, what's so funny is, Sam, is when liberals, pseudo-intellectuals make these arguments, they actually don't realize they make themselves look foolish.
I think he was reverting to his post-presidency academic mode, where he wanted to draw these historical moral equivalencies, as you say. The broader point that religion can be perverted is pretty well established at this point. But you don't need to do that in this context when you're with ISIS all around you. I will say this. I need to find my outrage dial because Jim Gilmore saying this is the most offensive thing he's ever heard a president say ever.
That's why I just didn't feel you needed
that is
it. Why you gotta?
It's stupid. It was dumb. It was ill-timed.
Okay.
Was it like? Am I going to remember it in a week? Probably not.
What was stupid, dumb, and ill-timed?
The president's speech.
Okay, I just want to get that on the record.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mika.
All right.
What
I
else
think
we got?
there's a bigger conversation there.
And by the way, I'm not.
Of course there is. That's the point. There is a bigger conversation.
I'm not outraged
What he
by
said
this.
was not
I'm not outraged
irrelevant.
by this. I just agree with Sam. It's just stupid and dumb. Somebody trying to be, I'm a pseudo-intellectual.
Okay. I
mean, if you want to talk about like,
have died in the name of Christianity than anything else. No, actually, over 100 million.
That's the thing. It's like if you want to talk about the perversion of religion, don't do it while you're president.
Okay.
Do it in your
and by the way, if you want to talk about the perversion of religion, don't pervert the facts.
Yeah.
That's the irony here. Again, how many of us have
talking
had
about Jim Gilmore now?
I'm talking about the president. I'm talking about drunk uncles sitting around the table going, more
Joe.
people have died in the name of Jesus Christ than anybody else. Well, the communists killed over 100 million of their own people in the 20th century. No, it's not even close, actually, drunk Uncle Sal. Okay? Take your pseudo-intellectual BS.
Don't bring drunk Uncle Sal.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Drunk?
Okay, let's move on to something more uplifting. Do we